Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host of Open Conversation today, 724-438-4593. Give me a call. I'm looking forward to talking with you. It's a gorgeous day out there, huh? Some people might say it's a little too warm, but it's beautiful out there. So anyway, I guess maybe possible thunderstorms later on. So take advantage of the niceness now. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Baugh's Drug Store, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. All righty, let's see here. A couple things that on my list that we can chat about, and if there's something else you want to talk about, hey, that's fine. Just because it's not on my list doesn't mean we can't talk about it, so give me a call anyway, 724-438-4593. Okay, July 4th, our nation's 249th birthday is Thursday. A lot of people will, and that's the federal holiday, actual July 4th. A lot of people are going to stretch it into a 4-day weekend and hitting the air, hitting the roads, hitting the rails, whatever it might be. They're going to be traveling. AAA estimates 72.2 million Americans will be traveling this 4th of July weekend. 9.9 million of those travelers will be here in the mid-Atlantic states. 61.1 million will be driving, AAA estimates, with 5.84 million will be flying. So which one are you going to be, or is it going to basically be you're going to travel by feet to your backyard patio hammock swing and planting it there? Okay. Hey, Walmart, love them, hate them, whatever. They're going to, they're doing something new in an attempt to, well, try and keep down beef prices and cut out the middleman. They are opening up their own 300,000 square foot meat packing facility. You know what? I forgot. I don't know what state it is. Out in the Midwest, though, it's going to supply 600 Walmart stores with beef. So out there, and I'm going to guess, you know, if they're going to look at this and how quickly they make a decision, who knows? But I'm going to look at this as kind of like a pilot program for them. If this works out, I would imagine you could see other Walmart meat packing plants cropping up throughout the country. All righty. So, you know, in the last 7 weeks, I have not brought this up because, well, quite frankly, I really didn't care. But media mogul or recording mogul, I guess, Sean Diddy Combs, his trial has come to an end after 7 weeks. It's gone to the jury. The federal government has tried him for sex trafficking and racketeering charges. He faces, if found guilty, anywhere from 15 years to life in prison. Again, it was sent to the jury earlier today. Your thoughts on that? I really don't have any myself. You know, either way, guilty, not guilty. You know what? I honestly don't care. But your thoughts, if any, on that? It's the defense did not mount a defense. They did not call witnesses. They just went after the prosecution witnesses. And when it came time to closing arguments, the defense said, hey, the government didn't prove anything. So therefore, you got to find them innocent, not guilty. So your thoughts, if you have any, on that. President Trump, he's now trying to bring an end to the conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. He's told Israel, says, end the conflict and it's time to bring the hostages home. So he is meeting with Israeli officials in the White House today, talking about this to make sure they're on the same pages and hopefully getting that and it's not just to bring an end to that conflict, it's to what happens tomorrow moving forward that way. So that's all part of these talks here. President Trump also said in an interview that he looks to expand the Abraham Accords with other countries in the region signing on to that, which, well, basically the Abraham Accords recognizes Israel. And therefore, it opens up all kinds of other agreements in the area. So your thoughts on that? I mean, is this... Look, strife has been going on the Middle East, in this version anyway, since, the late 40s, really. But overall, a lot longer than what we've seen now. But, based off of, the strife, the troubles starting in the late 40s and whatnot, is there just a glimmer of light of possible, well, maybe not so much peace as much as we would like that, but at least an end to the conflicts? I don't know. Your thoughts on that? Let's see here. All right. So this is really going to be interesting. Zoran Mamdani. He is the Democrat candidate for mayor of New York City. He is a self-described democratic socialist. He has said some very controversial things. He wants to increase the tax on, quote, richer and whiter neighborhoods in New York City. Says billionaires should not exist. He's also said globalize the intifada. Now, Mr. Mamdani is a Muslim. New York City has a large population of Jews. Al Sharpton is urging Mr. Mamdani to clarify and to meet with Jewish leaders concerning his globalize the intifada. Is this the new Democrat Party? Is he the leader that Democrats have been looking for post-presidential election? Is this where we're heading? And I wonder if the media and Democrat politicians will be staying at least silent, if not really coming out against Mr. Mamdani in his bid for mayor and getting behind, well, either Eric Adams, the incumbent mayor who's running on the independent ticket, former Governor Cuomo, who lost the Democratic race but says he's going to stay in as an independent, or Curtis Sliwa, the Republican candidate. In response, by the way, to Mr. Mamdani's notion that billionaires should not exist, and which, by the way, last census count had 123 billionaires living in New York City. Um, Other states, other cities are inviting those billionaires to leave New York City and come live elsewhere, whether it's Philadelphia or someplace in Florida or who knows where. Will we see, if Mr. Mondani is elected in November, will we see a large exodus of, money from the city? Before I get to the big one, most of you, if not all, have learned by now that former Pittsburgh Pirate All-Star Dave Parker passed away over the weekend at the age of 74 due to complications from Parkinson's disease, I believe. Just a month or so before he was to be enshrined in Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame out in Cooperstown, New York. So the Cobra, as he was known, passed away over the weekend at the age of 74. Then finally, the one big, beautiful bill is on the Senate floor for debate and then voting. It has passed some procedural hurdles to get to this point. Amendments at this point can be proposed. Maybe some additional things taken out at this point in time. But they are looking to vote. Well, some have said as early as tonight. I doubt that. But probably tomorrow into Wednesday. Looking to send it to the House because there are differences in the bill from what the House has voted on. Looking to send it to the House for their final approval on Wednesday or Thursday. Opponents to the one big beautiful bill say it will add $2 trillion to the budget over the course of 10 years, I do believe. Others say the cuts don't go far enough. Some say they go too far. Some say it will hurt Medicare recipients. Others say no. All it does is the opponents of the one big beautiful bill say it does not hurt Medicare. What it does is it strengthens Medicare by getting rid of the waste and fraud in it. So, in other words, people that aren't supposed to be on Medicare will be removed from the rolls. People that are on Medicare in 2 different states or more will be eliminated that way. So it's basically waste and fraud they're talking about when it comes to Medicare. Makes the Trump tax cuts from 2017 permanent. Makes overtime wages tax-free. Makes tips tax-free. What else here? Although it doesn't make Social Security tax-free, what it does is it adds more tax deductions for Social Security payments, leaving actually the rich still having to pay tax on Social Security. Opponents also say it will boost the economy, therefore increasing revenue into the coffers of the U.S. government, negating any $2 trillion being added that the opponents say. So your thoughts on the one big beautiful bill or any of the other topics that I mentioned, or again, if there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, give me a call on that as well. 724-438-4593. Let's get one caller in before I take my first break, shall we? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Russ.
Yeah, Fred.
Hey, You're talking about Medicare. You sure you're not talking about Medicaid?
Medicaid, Medicare, Medicaid. I always get the two mixed up, Fred. I apologize.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
It's actually kind of both. It's dealing with both.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
All right, that was easy enough. 724-438-4593. Got to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
Don't miss this year's Fayette County Fair, July 24th through August 2nd. Buy advance tickets now, online or at an advance ticket location and save. Locations include All Around Fence Company, Armstrong, Big Barn, Country Feed and Supply, Fayette Chamber of Commerce, Eby and Skosik Tire, Jackson Farms, New Bowers Flowers, New Salem Mini Mart, various Somerset Trust locations, several Sweet Peace locations, and local United Bank locations. Visit FayetteFair.com for specific locations or to purchase online tickets. All rides, concerts, and entertainment are included in the ticket price. Save time and money. Buy your advance tickets now and save for the whole family. The Fayette County Fair, July 24th through August 2nd. For more info about ticket prices, the full schedule of events, where to buy advance tickets locally, or to buy tickets online, visit FayetteFair.com.
Fayette County Fair, incredible fun for everyone.
For professional cleaning services, Clean and Shine in New Stanton is the place for you. They provide commercial and residential cleaning, hoarder services, carpet cleaning, stripping and waxing, construction cleanups, and car cleaning. For more information on free estimates or hiring, call 724-691-0413, email info@cleanandshine14.org, or visit their website, cleanandshine14.org. We clean so you can shine.
Your health is more than just how you feel today. It's about staying well for the years ahead. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Primary Care, we're here to help you manage your health with regular checkups, screenings, and care that's tailored to you. With locations in Uniontown, Carmichaels, Connellsville, and Scottdale, it's easy to find care close to home. Visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown today to find the primary care provider who is right for you.
When you need a ride, take the back bus, it'll save you time. Take the back bus, it's safe and reliable, convenient and affordable. Take the back bus, take the back bus.
Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation has updated policies for the paratransit service and the shared ride program. Qualified riders may still schedule curbside service appointments 2 weeks in advance of their desired pickup date, but no later than 2 p.m. on the business day prior to service, provided that seating is available. No reservations will be taken after 2 p.m. for next day service, and no same-day trips can be booked. There are seating limits and seats fill up fast. To help ensure that your ride is booked and your seat is reserved, schedule early. For more information, contact FACT at 724-628-RIDE, visit us at factbus.com, or email fact@hs.fayette.org. FACT thanks you for your understanding as we work to improve our services for you.
Get the bus, take the back bus.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Okay, I during the break went back and I clarified. the waste and fraud is aimed at Medicaid on there. So that different from Medicare. And I should know this. I get mixed up. I do. But Medicare is for those 65 or older retirees. Medicaid is for those with disabilities, those less well off, and other other areas of concern, I guess. So it's that section that we're looking at, or that the Senate and the House is looking at, eliminating waste, eliminating fraud, so that the money that you do have, so it's not really lessening the amount of money that is spent. It's making sure that the money that's allocated is going to those that qualify for it and are approved for. So it's just, I know, but that's where the savings are going to come from. It's not going to hurt those that legitimately require that additional assistance from Social Security. So anyway, it's on the floor. It's being debated, or will be very shortly. 20 hours of debate is what's scheduled, 10 hours for each side. So theoretically, it could go for a full vote later today. 2 Republican senators have said that they are not voting for it. Rand Paul from Kentucky and Tom Tillis of North Carolina, who, by the way, did announce his retirement. He's not going to run for re-election next year. Don't know why. His true reasons behind it. Donald Trump said he was going to find a primary challenger for him. The senator himself said it's just time. It's gotten too partisan, and he wants to go be with his family. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. If that's the true reasoning behind it all. So it may come down to Vice President Vance as president of the Senate. He gets to cast tiebreakers. So it may come down to that. Don't know if any Democrats are going to come on board for it. We shall see. But anyway, there are differences in the Senate version as opposed to what the House passed a couple weeks ago. It'll go back to the House if the Senate does pass it for their approval, their vote. I don't know if they get to make changes. And if so, does it go back to the Senate? I don't know. I'm not sure of that. I mean, you could theoretically go back and forth constantly and I don't know if that's such a bad thing right there. One of the things the Democrats did in trying to delay this vote, they called for an actual reading of the entire bill on the floor of the Senate. I have no problem with that. I honestly don't. I mean, Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader, says that he asked for it for the simple fact, he says, because I know there are Republicans that haven't read it. And if they haven't read it, they're at least going to hear it. He may be right. And if he is right, if that's true, if not, if there's a Republican that's going to vote for this legislation that has not read the legislation, I do have a problem with that. I have a problem with the process of our Congress of just, I think it's either a 24 or 48-hour hold before voting on legislation. I don't know that that's enough time to read it, especially when you're 800 plus pages, 900 plus pages in the legislation. What was it? Obamacare was over 1,000. Which reminds me, going back, so asking for the text to be read out loud on the floor is and approved. That is a legitimate rule available in the Senate. When Nancy Pelosi, because she was was in the House, said, we don't know what's in the bill. We have to pass it to find out what's in it. Does the House not have that same option? I don't know. I don't know. And with that statement, shouldn't there be? Shouldn't there be? And maybe it should be a permanent rule that all bills will be read on the floor of the House or Senate, preferably both. Yeah, it might slow things down a bit, but at least people are going to know what's in it. You and I are going to, not that we, the population, the voting bloc in this country, not that we often go and read legislation ourselves, but at least it will have been read into the records of both houses if they're read. To me, that just kind of makes sense. What do you think? Is that a waste of time? What I've said before, if I were a senator or a representative, of course, senators, they have staff. Piece of legislation comes in, I'm divvying it up. All right, you've got the first 50 pages. Sam, Betty, you've got the next 50. Sue, you've got the following. Everybody gets part of the bill. They read it. They make notes. Of course, I'll be reading it as the elected official myself. But after they're done reading it, they're coming back to me. Say, here's the high points of what I read. Here's the low points. Here's something that I question. Because I, as your representative in Congress, I should be conversant in that legislation, don't you think? Not just the talking points that leadership has come out with. Yeah, they're valuable. They can be persuasive, I understand. But shouldn't you know what you're voting on? To me, it's just common sense. But we're talking about Congress here, so maybe common sense doesn't make sense. I don't know. 724-438-4593. So the Pirates, they just swept the Mets. Yay. Don't get your hopes up. There's still 15 games under 500. But that brings me around to Dave Parker. A storied career in Pittsburgh, an all-star, an MVP, embroiled in baseball's cocaine investigation. But for you pirate aficionados out there, what do you remember about Dave Parker? I mean, is there a play that stands out in your mind? I remember, I don't know exact dates. He literally ripped the cover off a baseball from one of his hits. He ripped it off. His hit was so powerful. And then there was the All-Star game. I forget which year it was. line drive out to right field. He caught it after one bounce. He fired it into home plate on a straight throw. No bounce. To get the runner at home plate, Gary Carter tagging him out. That was during an all-star game. To me, those throws are some of the most exciting things in all of baseball. I remember one World Series. It was between the L.A. Dodgers and the Oakland Athletics, and Pirates, the Dodgers. His name, I just had his name on the tip of my tongue and it went away. Had an outfielder who had his elbow was kind of shot. His throwing arm was shot. Wynn was the last name, and he was out of the game at this point because it was kind of common knowledge that memory's coming back a little bit better now. He was in center field, and one of the Dodger catchers, it's his name I'm forgetting right now, was in right field. Ferguson, I think, is the name, if I'm remember correctly. There was a fly ball to right center, and Wynn was and there was a runner on third, and Wynn was coming over to get the catch. Now remember, there's a runner at third. He's going to tag up. Wynn has a bum arm. Is he even going to be able to make a decent throw? When all of a sudden the right fielder steps in front of him, snags the catch, takes one step, and on the second step throws a beeline into home plate, nailing the runner that had tagged from third. One of the most exciting plays that I've seen in World Series history. I mean, it doesn't match up to Bill Mazeroski with his series-winning home run. But that throw to me, when I was watching it as a youngster, was just so exciting. Dave Parker doing the same thing basically in an all-star game. So your thoughts, your memories of Dave Parker passing away this weekend from complications due to Parkinson's disease, just about a month away from his enshrinement into Cooperstown. Speaking of Parkinson's disease, there is some research that has come out, and it hasn't been peer tested. It hasn't passed any smell test yet or anything. But this study suggests that living within I think it was a 3-mile radius of a golf course, might lead to possible Parkinson's. And if that's true, they're talking about pesticides that are used at golf courses to keep it nice and green and growing and everything, getting into the water table and therefore maybe affecting those within a 3-mile radius. So again, that's early. It's nothing to be concerned about at this point in time, but I just thought I'd bring that out to you. Hey, 724-438-4593. Got to take another break. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz, and we'll chat right after this.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning Ford Uniontown. Folks, this is the final days of employee pricing for everyone, and if you've had the itch or even considering a new car, you need to stop, click, or call and Talk with one of my teammates to get all the details. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this offer.
John, this is just one example of how employee pricing works. We have a 2024 Super Duty Crew Cab XLT. You save up to $8,000 off MSRP or take up to $5,000 off in rates as low as 3.9 for 60 months and 4.9 for 72. Pre-owned, you know we got them. Over 60 in stock and ready to roll. Most are certified with factory warranty.
Keep in mind, we still continue to offer online maintenance appointments, mobile service, and our very popular pickup and delivery service. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at FordofUniontown.com. Offer includes all applicable incentives, 2025 Expeditions, and 2025 Super Duty, and all specialty vehicles are excluded from employee pricing. You must finance a Ford Motor Credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Blooming into a sun-filled season, Our Ladies Accessory Shop is blossoming with something for everyone, including yourself. Strap, located at 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown. Our handbags are drenched in sun-kissed colors, fun fashion jewelry, and summer and beach-inspired styles. Our beauty bar is overflowing with Strap's signature lip gloss and Palladio brand makeup and products. And all new at Strap, our Starstruck candle collection is now in stock, and they are out of this world. We have the latest in Wrangler bags, sunflower print totes, and mini bags, the cutest summer footwear, including sandals and flip-flops, free gift wrapping, and pretty packaging. Gift certificates available. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, 724-557-6184. You're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices.
It's a day that ends in Y, so it's a day that you might decide you don't want to cook. That means it's the perfect day to order Fat Angelo's, offering delicious pizzas, salads, hoagies, strombolis and calzones, wings, and more. And with 12 locations across the area ready to serve you, today is the day to visit FatAngelosPizza.com, where you can quickly and conveniently find your local shop and place your order online, or get the local phone number and give them a call. Order up!
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
It's back for a third year, the 2025 version of Best in Fayette, presented by Nemacolin. Voting is going on now through July 9th at 5 p.m. To learn more and to vote for your favorite business, visit bestinfayette.com. The 2024 Best in Fayette books are still available and can be picked up for free at locations such as WMBS Radio, Shop and Save Walnut Hill, Armstrong in Connellsville, Bittersweet Cafe in Farmington, and the casino at Nemacolin. For more information, visit bestinfayette.com.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation here. We've got about 3.5 minutes here left in hour one of What's on Your Mind, so plenty of time for you to give me a buzz. Okay, I mentioned earlier, AAA says 72.2 million of us will be hitting the roads, the airways, the trails, the rails for the 4th of July weekend. They also went on some of the top destinations for Pittsburghers. Well, Orlando, Florida is actually the top destination for Pittsburghers, but ranking up there too is Alaska and Italy. So, if you're, and not that you're going there for the weekend, but as an overall destination. So, are you traveling? You going away for the holiday? And remember, it's not really a long weekend on the calendar because 4th of July is Thursday. Friday technically is a work day. You just got that, break there in the week. So a lot of people are taking, I guess, paid time off or a vacation day and stretching it into a long weekend here. So are you one of those folks? Where are you heading to? And how are you getting there? Are you driving, taking the train, flying, bus maybe? So what are your plans for 4th of July? And did you go to the mall last night for the fireworks display that went last night? I did not. You know what? Normally I do. I stayed home because Sebastian, he hasn't been bothered in the past, but this year he was hearing some fireworks early and he was getting a little nervous about that and kind of, not that he was hiding, but hanging out by me. So I just chose to stay back. So if you went to the fireworks, let me know your thoughts on that.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir, Mark.
Hey. Yeah, I saw a news report happened over the weekend. It's kind of what a coincidence.
Yeah.
We were talking about, I guess we're talking about aircraft carriers and complaining about how the Europeans never sent any to the Gulf when we have the trouble over there.
Yeah.
We're spending all our money. And I guess you brought the fact about those Ford carriers that are building. You mentioned
the Ford class, yeah.
Yeah. One's going to be named after Bill Clinton.
Yes.
Well, and I said, then you ought to cancel and call it the Lexington. Well, over the weekend, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, says he's canceling the name of some ship supposed to be named after Harvey Milk.
Yes, knew that.
Yeah, and he's naming it to the Oscar Peterson. I guess he's he's given the Medal of Honor posthumously over a ship. It's a supply ship. It's an oiler.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I know they started naming those carriers after presidents when Franklin Delano Roosevelt passed away back in '45. He was the first.
Okay.
Because they used to name after battles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you think of a lot of the presidents: Franklin Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy, a naval hero, and George H.W. Bush, another naval hero.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill Clinton, I mean, this the Rhodes Scholar made the Oval Office about a number of off-color jokes with Monica Lewinsky.
Sure.
We're going to name a carrier after him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Russ. I think they ought to change the name of that ship to the Lexington.
Maybe.
Because that was a ship that was sunk in World War II, one of the first battle, a historic battle in the Coral Sea.
Yeah. So, well, okay. Here's the cynic in me, okay, Mark?
Uh-huh.
They're not going to do that because Donald J. Trump at some point is going to would like to have a carrier named after him, and if they canceled the William J. Clinton aircraft carrier, that gives precedence.
Well, I tell you what, we'll call the one for Trump. We'll call it the Yorktown.
Okay. All right.
We'll name them after both. We'll get rid of their names, put them on both of those battles. Then
on the Yorktown. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's all I got for today, Russ.
All right, Mark. Hey, thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All righty. That brings us up to the point where we're pretty much out of time on hour one of What's on Your Mind. Don't worry. We've got another hour of conversation coming up after the news. So give me a call next hour, 724-438-4593. In the meantime, CBS News is just around the corner with news from around the world, around the country. And then TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 2 o'clock at the Tone.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The Senate's considering proposed amendments to President Trump's bill of tax breaks and spending cuts with the battle lines clearly drawn. Democrat Adam Schiff.
Donald Trump promised he wouldn't cut Medicaid. But this bill cuts hundreds of billions of dollars from Medicaid. It is shredding the president's commitment made again and again.
Republican Mike Crapo.
Reining in wasteful spending, as achieved in this bill, is the best way to restore economic prosperity and opportunity for all Americans.
The senators are hunkered down for what's called a vote-a-rama, and it could take all day and into tonight. The House is being called back into session as soon as Wednesday. CBS's Nicole Killian on Capitol Hill.
The House has a lot larger conference to deal with on the Republican side, and as we have seen, this is a very fragile coalition. Obviously, the bill that the House sent over was very carefully crafted. The Senate did make some changes to that, and certainly the House has been clear they're not just going to swallow whatever the Senate sent over.
The Trump administration says its investigation has found Harvard University failed to protect Jewish students from harassment, and it's threatening to cut all federal funding from the school. Stacey Lynn reports.
In a statement, the Ivy League school disputes what the federal report concluded. It says Harvard is far from indifferent on this issue and strongly disagrees with the government's findings. Following its own task force report, Harvard says it released a list of actions and commitments along with initiatives the university's put in place to show it will continue to take this seriously.
The Justice Department has announced what it's calling the largest healthcare fraud takedown in history. The FBI's Christopher Delgado.
It's not just about financial losses. It's about patients being exposed to unnecessary procedures, false diagnoses, and delayed care.
CBS News has learned there has been a dramatic rise in the number of attacks on religious institutions in the U.S. Justice correspondent Scott McFarland has that.
Between 2021 and 2023, the number of assaults in houses of worship, churches, synagogues, temples has doubled. That's a remarkable increase in such a short period of time, and it's one that the U.S. Department of Justice is going to have to wrestle with.
Activists say Iranian authorities have arrested and executed hundreds of people in the wake of the war with Israel, many on spying charges. Checking the numbers on Wall Street, stocks have been higher all morning. The Dow Jones Industrial is currently up 134 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is Eric Cushy from Curtis Pharmacy. We don't sign every insurance contract out there. We don't participate in every network. And what we've come to realize is if we take our invoice cost on generic drugs at a fair dispense fee, we can save you money depending on the medication. No insurance, no middlemen. You have a prescription, you pay us, you're done. If you take generic drugs, this program's for you. Go to our website at curtispharmacy.com, click the Dare to Compare link, and feel free to look up your medication, see how much we could save you.
Get ready for the Mountain Area Fair, returning June 22nd through the 28th at the Farmington Volunteer Fire Department Fairgrounds. Enjoy food, fun, and festivities perfect for all ages, with free general admission, excluding arena events, and free parking. Experience live music, diverse vendors, thrilling carnival rides, and daily highlights like the car show, grand parade, micro wrestling, the demo derby, and more. So mark your calendars for a week of delights and entertainment at the Mountain Area Fair, June 22nd through 28th at the Farmington Volunteer Fire Department Fairgrounds.
Brad Pitt takes charge at the box office. Here's CBS's Deborah Rodriguez.
Apple has scored its first hit in movie theaters.
I think it's really wonderful that Apex are giving second chances to the elderly.
It's all right. You're just worried I'm quicker than you.
Thanks to the growing appeal of Formula One racing and star Brad Pitt, F1 sped to the top of the box office. It brought in an estimated $55.5 million in North America and another $88 million overseas. Turnout was especially heavy at IMAX locations, which charge a premium for tickets. After 2 weeks in the lead, How to Train Your Dragon slid into second place with $19 million. Elio was fourth with 10.7. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Apple Music turns 10 this year. The popular streaming service is celebrating with a new Apple Music Studio, a 15,000 square foot creative playground in LA to help artists dream big. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It is 2:05. It is mostly sunny and 86, but it feels like 95 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured, call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. Pennsylvania is expected to start the new fiscal year tomorrow without a state budget in place. The state budget has been adopted by the statutory June 30th deadline just 8 times in the past 21 years. Legislative leaders say they are confident this budget impasse won't drag on for many weeks or months, as has happened in the past. Authorities are continuing to investigate a weekend accident involving a golf cart that resulted in a fatality. The crash happened Saturday night in Westmoreland County, with the victim being taken from the scene to a local hospital where she later died. The victim has been identified as 39-year-old Nicole Brooks. No other details of the accident have been released. Gas prices are 4 cents lower in western Pennsylvania this week at $3.56 a gallon. That's according to AAA East Central's gas price report. In Uniontown, it's $3.66, Washington $3.56, Greensburg $3.41, and Pittsburgh $3.57. Gas prices have fallen 4 cents over the past week to $3.18 as the price of crude oil has stabilized. Crude prices temporarily spiked last week after U.S. airstrikes against Iran, but those increases quickly dissipated, and oil prices are back to what they were pre-conflict. With the Independence Day holiday approaching and 61.6 million holiday travelers are preparing to hit the road, gas prices are 31 cents cheaper than this time last year. New research shows that a potentially deadly fungus dubbed Pharaoh's curse fungus could fight cancer. Rob Martier reports.
Scientists from the University of Pennsylvania modified molecules from the fungus to make a new compound with cancer-killing properties. The fungi's official name is Aspergillus flavus and is found in decaying leaves, compost, trees, plants, and some crops. The fungus can cause respiratory issues for those with weakened immune systems or on certain medications. I'm Rob Martier.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather are next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, the Pirates will host the St. Louis Cardinals tonight at PNC Park. Andrew Heaney's on the mound for the Bucks, who are 35-50 and winners of 3 in a row. Pre-game 6:15, first pitch 6:40 here on WMBS. Today was a busy day for the Steelers and the Dolphins as the teams made a big trade. The Steelers received cornerback Jalen Ramsey and tight end Jonnu Smith and a 2027 seventh-round pick. The Dolphins get Minkah Fitzpatrick, safety, and a 2027 fifth-round pick. And the Penguins today, they hired Mike Stothers as an assistant coach, they announced today. Stothers is expected to oversee the team's defenseman and penalty kill.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
We have a flood watch until 10 tonight. Mostly sunny this afternoon. An isolated shower, storm 87. We'll have scattered showers and storms tonight, 72. and showers and storms tomorrow with a high of 78. Right now, it is partly to mostly sunny. It's 86, but it feels like 95 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. 2:10 is our time on this Monday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, we have hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning Ford Uniontown. Folks, this is the final days of employee pricing for everyone, and if you've had the itch or even considering a new car, you need to stop, click, or call and talk with one of my teammates to get all the details. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this offer.
John, this is just one example of how employee pricing works. We have a 2024 Super Duty Crew Cab XLT. You save up to $8,000 off MSRP or take up to $5,000 off in rates as low as 3.9 for 60 months and 4.9 for 72. Pre-owned, you know we got them. Over 60 in stock and ready to roll. Most are certified with factory warranty.
Keep in mind, we still continue to offer online maintenance appointments, mobile service, and our very popular pickup and delivery service. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at FordofUniontown.com. Offer includes all applicable incentives, 2025 Expeditions, and 2025 Super Duty, and all specialty vehicles are excluded from employee pricing. You must finance a Ford Motor Credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling are the ones to call when you need a dumpster. Red Rooster offers fast, friendly service and provides medium-sized dumpsters that will fit your needs, whether it's a general remodeling project, emptying a house, or doing a spring or fall cleanout. Just call Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling at 724-569-0337 for rates and availability. Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling in Smithfield also offers a 5% military discount. Call 724-569-0337 and look for the Red Rooster.
A lot of churches offer coffee. Few offer living water. At Tower Hill Christian Church, living water and the Word of God are not only offered, but brought to life by Pastor Bruce Davis. And now, Pastor Davis is bringing the good news of the gospel to the local airwaves. Join him each Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on WMBS for an all-new church program, one that is committed to sharing the message of salvation and the promise of the cross for all people. Pastor Davis brings his passion every week to the pulpit and will share on a wide variety of topics and messages, helping believers and non-believers alike better understand the promise of God in their lives. So be sure and listen to WMBS on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. with Pastor Bruce Davis from Tower Hill Christian Church. To learn more about Tower Hill Church, located at 267 Tower Hill Road in Republic, about Pastor Davis, and about the works and teachings of Jesus Christ, be sure to visit the church's Facebook page.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Your health is more than just how you feel today. It's about staying well for the years ahead. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Primary Care, we're here to help you manage your health with regular checkups, screenings, and care that's tailored to you. With locations in Uniontown, Carmichaels, Connellsville, and Scottdale, it's easy to find care close to home. Visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown today to find the primary care provider who is right for you.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation. 724-438-4593. Give me a call. Looking forward to you. Talking with you. We are brought to you by Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Ball's Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker at Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. All right, just to go down my talking points again, and again, this is mine. Something else you want to chat about, that's fine by me, but you're still going to have to give me a buzz. Former Pirate Dave Parker passed away at age 74 over the weekend from complications of Parkinson's disease, known as the Cobra. He was a mainstay in right field for the Pirates back in the 70s. MVP, All-Star, Hall of Fame inductee. That was going to take place in another month. So any you Pirate aficionados, any remembrances that you have of his time on the playing field, I'd love to hear from you. AAA says 72.2 million Americans will be traveling over the Memorial or the 4th of July weekend. Walmart is opening up a 300,000 square foot meat processing plant out in the Midwest. They're going to cut out the middleman and to supply 600 of their stores with Angus beef. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs has come to an end. It's in the hands of the jury right now. Federal government charged Combs with sex trafficking and racketeering. He faces 15 years to life in prison if convicted. President Trump is calling on Israel to end the conflict in Gaza and bring home the hostages, and is looking for what happens at tomorrow, basically the day after the conflict ends, and also expanding, bringing in additional nations into the Abraham Accords. Zoran Mondani is the Democrat candidate for the mayor of New York City. He is a self-proclaimed Democrat socialist. It says billionaires should not exist and wants to tax the richer and whiter neighborhoods. There's that. And the one big beautiful bill is on the floor of the Senate now being debated. Amendments are being debated and voted upon or voted down. I'm looking for a final vote on that probably sometime tomorrow if passed. It goes back to the House for, maybe further changes. So there you go. 724-438-4593. One line's open. You know what that means. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
You're wrong again. 4th of July is on a Friday.
Am I wrong? Is it the 4th?
4th of July is on Friday.
Okay. All right, Fred. Well, thank you. I guess you are right. Why was I thinking it was Thursday? I don't know. Maybe I was looking at a wrong calendar. It's possible. I apologize on that. You know what? Fred's right. It is the Friday. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking it was Thursday, but it's Friday, so my apologies on that. So it is a long weekend. It is I don't know what came over me looking at the wrong date there. So, okay. Again, I apologize. So a long weekend. So, all right. You know, I've been thinking that all day. I don't know why. Oh, well. Okay. One of the few times I was wrong. And I appreciate Fred letting me know. So if there's something else you want to chat about, though, or if there's something else you feel I'm wrong about, well, that's by all means, give me a buzz, and we'll chat about it. And if I am wrong, I'll own up to it. So 724-438-4593. 86 degrees outside. It's a little on the warm side. I will grant you that, but it's still a beautiful day. There are possible thunderstorms in our future later this afternoon or in the early evening. So just be aware of that possibility, if you don't mind. All righty. What else do you wish to chat about? So I mentioned the Pirates sweeping the Mets, and they did it in, well, great fashion as well, huh? What was it? 9-1, 9-2, and 12-2? 12-1, something like, yeah, 12-1. So, yeah, a lot. You know what that means, though? They're going to go the next 10 games without scoring a run. But don't, I joke. But you know what? TJ and I were talking about this. There's still 15 games under 500. We're about almost exactly halfway through the season. Pirates aren't going to come back from that. Don't be thinking any playoff spots. However, can they progress and get better as a team? Absolutely. And so that's what I'm looking for this year. I would like to see them approach 500. It's doable. It's doable to actually finish over 500. I would like to see that. It truly could be a stepping stone to better things next year. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it could be. Certainly, they seem to have the pitching. I don't know how many one-run games they've lost. And when I say one-run games, either being shut out 1-0 or losing 2-1, 3-2, just not even 3-1, just not hitting. Hopefully, we'll see. Steeler football is coming up too. You've got, next month, and next month is tomorrow. Steeler camp will be opening later in July. So NFL's not too far away. We are going to get to see, Aaron Rodgers, who said he's, Aaron Rodgers, late last week, over the weekend, said he thinks that 2025 is going to be his last year. And he's just going to leave it all out on the field this year. I have a problem with that. Not that he's leaving it all out on the field. What did he do previous years? Did he not leave it out on the Shouldn't you, as a pro athlete, be working to leave it on the field, so that when your season, you've got nothing left in the tank. That's why you have off seasons. So you can let your body heal and rejuvenate yourself and get in preparing for the next. Shouldn't you be doing that every year? Why do you have to tell me you're going to leave everything out on the field this year? Look, I've said it before. I did not want to see the Steelers sign Aaron Rodgers. I think it was a mistake, but they've done it, so we'll hope for the best this year. So we'll see. We'll see. That's my take on the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So what do you think? We're going to go back up to what's happening in Washington now. The one big, beautiful bill. Well, seriously, come on now. What is your take on this? What do you think? A lot of polls that have come out recently. Those in favor of it are far outnumbered by those that are against it. Are you in that ballpark? And what are you against about it or for again? In general, I will say I am I'm for it. I'm for making permanent the Trump tax cuts that were due to expire at the end of the year. I'm happy for that. I'm glad for the no tax on tips. I'm glad for the no tax on overtime. I'm glad for cutting out fraud and waste in Medicaid. But I'm with others. I'm with Rand Paul. I don't think it goes far enough in addressing fraud and waste in our government. I've said this many times before, and I fear I'll continue saying this. Republicans love doing tax cuts. So do I. But they don't follow up enough with the savings, with cutting wasteful spending. They don't. One way to address that is changing the rules. Once a bill is presented, the only amendments to that bill are amendments that are directly associated with that legislation, with that department of the government that bill will go for. So, in other words, I don't think when it comes to we'll just say a defense spending bill, should we be throwing on an amendment that allows for the study of oxygenating plants underwater? And I'm just making that up. It should belong to it. In other words, a transportation bill that deals with infrastructure, rebuilding our bridges and highways. Okay, an amendment that would add an extra, whatever it might be, $5 million to fix a lock and dam system on the Allegheny River is okay, because that fits in with transportation. It wasn't necessarily singularly addressed in the original one, therefore it's an amendment, but it's still within transportation. That would I'd be okay with. But anything that doesn't have to do with transportation, no. It's got to be its own bill. Or it's got to be added as an amendment to something else that is in the same category. And so often, those amendments have nothing to do with any normal part of government. That's one way to make savings, don't you think? So we can chat about that some more. Would love to. Also, the Republican National Committee and other Republican entities, they're going to the Supreme Court arguing about campaign finances. Basically, it comes about as whether or not political entities such as the Republican House Campaign Committee, the Democratic House Campaign Committee, Senate, Democratic Senate Campaign Committee, and other PACs, whether they should have limits as to the amount of money they can donate to any singular candidate. You know, you and I are limited as to what we can donate. But PACs, political action committees, and others, they're kind of immune to that. And an argument is, well, that's a violation of free speech if you limit. Well, if that's the case, why are you and I limited? So that's going before the Supreme Court in their next term. They just finished up last Friday with all their decisions. So they're off for the summer. They'll come back in October, but this will be one of the cases they'll take up in the new session that starts in October. Hey, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. It's break time. We'll take some calls after this.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Derby's Riverside Ford is announcing Ford employee pricing is extended. You pay what Ford employees pay, plus all available incentives and low financing.
Let's look at a new 2024 Ford F-150 4x4 XLT, MSRP $62,320, but your employee price is $52,437 plus 2.9 financing through Ford Motor Credit plus $3,000 in factory rebate. You save $12,800.
What about a 2024 Ford Bronco Sport? MSRP is $31,685. Your employee price is $29,329. Wow, great deal. Plus $500 in Ford rebates.
And how about a 2024 Ford Bronco Badlands? Your employee price is just $58,800. And you get $1,000 in Ford factory rebates plus 3.9% financing.
Ford employee pricing for everyone at Thurby's Riverside Ford, your 26-time President's Award One Ford Elite dealer. Ford Motor Credit financing required. Offer ends July 7th, 2025.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
Your local station, WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is open conversation. 724-438-4593. What else you want to chat about? So, here's something, and this will kind of go towards a public service announcement, if you will. So the Tribune Review had an article about a dangerous intersection up in, I think it was Hempfield Township off of Route 30, I believe. Is there a particular intersection that you're concerned about that the rest of us should know? Not that we travel it a lot. I mean, that's probably something that you do. But you never know when somebody else is going to come into that area. They really don't know it that well. Maybe it's a blind curve. I don't know. Maybe it's a stop sign that's hidden by by bushes, and so therefore you run the intersection, potential big accident there. Whatever. Is there a particular part of Fayette County, an intersection, a particular road, a bend, a hill, something that you think needs to be addressed for safety reasons? 724-438-4593. You often see things that are designed to draw your attention to it. For instance, school buses. First it was just the flashing lights on it, right? And then, and did we just grow accustomed and you got to the point you no longer saw them? And is that why when a bus came to the stop and they opened the door, remember the stop sign pops out on the driver's side of the bus? Okay, and then it's developed where there is like a strobe light now on the bus to grab your attention, to let you know that it has come to a stop and it's offloading or unloading students, and therefore you too need to stop. And so intersections, kind of the same thing. First you stop signs. And then maybe a flashing light was attached to that stop sign to draw your attention to that stop sign, because maybe you just got to the point you didn't see it anymore, right? And then, okay, maybe eventually you got a stoplight of some kind, or maybe it was just a blinker in the highway straddling the intersection. We always see these updates. Sometimes, again, there's strobe lights at a stoplight that you see from a distance to letting you know that there's a stoplight up ahead. Or even, a quarter mile away, there's a sign on the side of the road. It too flashes, indicating, hey, there's a stoplight up ahead, usually because it's around a bend. Is it because we grow accustomed and we no longer see things? I mean, we see them, but we don't notice them anymore. And how long do we notice before something? And what is the next best idea to grab our attention?